Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 15th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more awesome readers and astrologers. But let's see what we have coming up for you. Should be a better week, I would say. I think that, this part of the month is definitely better than the first. I mean, to me, I said it last week. I think that pretty much the first part of the month was just basically a continuation of 2017, whatever. I don't even know what year we're in, right? But I think that now that we're halfway through January, we are kind of, into the year for sure. But you start off with the Four of Clubs. So yeah, exactly what I was saying. This card I always say is the card I call Mercury retrograde. To me, represents retrograde energy. I think that retrograde, has finally left us, as of last week. So I think that you will be feeling that, and things will be more clear at this time. Even noticing doing my personal readings during last week that there were a lot less confusing cards, a lot less cards like Eight of Clubs and things like that, which all represent confusion. So I do think there is more clarity coming in at this time. Next, you have the Queen of Spades. So this could be an air sign person around you coming in at this time. For some of you, I do feel like this could be dealing with somebody at work that could be slightly difficult. I would say just ignore it. You have the Five of Hearts coming up next, which can represent somebody who is like an annoyance at work, or somebody who just causes problems or whatever. And basically, these two cards say just ignore that type of energy. I would also say that I think for a lot of you, this is you starting new things. You have the Ace of Diamonds as well. You can have an interesting mix, because whenever you have this card plus the Five of Hearts, again, it can represent jealousy and a difficult person. But whenever you have this card plus the Ace of Diamonds, it can represent starting something new, or needing to start something new. So definitely some interesting stuff. Next, like I said, Five of Hearts, just ignoring jealous people around you at this time. And, again, it could be a good card, because it can say, I always say that this card represents things moving in a positive direction for you. And that's why people are jealous, is because things are improving for you, but maybe not somebody else who's around you. So, like I said, don't feed into it. I would say just let it go. Next, you have the Four of Spades. In for some sort of recovery. For most of you, I'd say that, just judging by the cards, that there could be some sort of financial recovery for a lot of you. I've talked about this a lot in the past. I think that over the next few years, we're going to see a lot more financial recovery for people in general. I just think that, the energy is prime for that. I would even point to Neptune and Pisces. A lot of people would say, well, Neptune and Pisces doesn't really have to do with money, but, the point I always make is that, water flows, money flows. We use a lot of the same language for money that we do with water. So, I could, bore you to death with the other 1 billion reasons why I think that Neptune and Pisces could have a lot to do with money, but I'll save that for another time. But, like I said, I think that we will see people, getting out of debts in the near future, learning how to better get debts. I also think a lot of this will have to do with secret knowledge, so I think people are going to be gaining access to knowledge that most people haven't been able to access for a very long time, which, will have to do with finances, and I think that it will improve finances in the future. Next, you have the Ace of Diamonds, so again, more improvements in finances, more money coming in for you. I also think that this is you starting a new journey. For you, I think that it's just feeling refreshed, feeling like you can move forward in life, and feeling like things are actually, moving forward in the right direction, and like you can actually do the things that you've wanted to do. For some of you, I do feel like, even just looking at the cards here, I do feel like this could be a person who's coming in for you, not in a love sense, but just somebody who can help you in some way. It could be in business, could be in pretty much anything, but I almost am getting the word sidekick with this card, so I do feel like, there could be somebody out there who is going to help you with something in the near future. So, stay open to, potential authority figures or potential mentors and things like that. And finally, you have the Seven of Spades, internal fears that don't exist, so definitely no fears this week. I also feel like this week, this is also just referring to messages that you could be hearing about, messages that could be coming into you. I think that it's a really important time. Again, Neptune and Pisces, I think it's a really important time for, till 2026 when it leaves. I think it's going to be important for people to follow things like hunches. If you have a hunch about something, you feel like something feels right, I think you should follow those hunches. Very general message. I think it has to do with everything. So, I'd say follow your hunches, follow your daydreams during this time, as always. So, very interesting. Looks like a good week. So, thank you for watching, and enjoy your week.